Yes. Welcome to another episode of What's on the Menu Daily. I am Will Galvez, joined by Josh Arendale.
Me?
Dale,
Me?
the time has come, man.
Me?
It is my last show.
I don't want to cry yet. We'll cry at the end.
I don't want to cry yet either.
We'll cry at the end.
What's up, everybody? So we have a really good show today. Football's back. I think they're...
Back.
Oh, man. It's weird. I think there was a collective feeling on the internet last night, I think, around the United States of America and any international fans as well, of, wow, I didn't realize how much I miss football.
Grown men can just collectively come together and cry over the Hall of Fame game, I think. It's just like coming together, rejoicing, football's back. I don't know if there's any better way to start off football season than just watching the game at Canton, take place in Canton, Ohio.
Yeah, so give some background really fast. So the Pro Football Hall of Fame game was last night between the Steelers and the Cowboys.
Yep.
The game itself sucked, but I think the pageantry of everything that happened. You're from Canton, Ohio.
Me?
You have played in that stadium.
I have.
An interesting fact, some of you may know this, all the Ohio fans we have. Some of you, like me, didn't. You said that stadium they played in last night is a high school stadium?
Yeah, it's a high school stadium. That's
insane.
I mean, dude, like you think that's insane? Like, to me, it's just like normal.
So that fills out, like pre-COVID, and now that everyone's vaccinated.
I'm not saying like every Friday night they fill the entire thing out. Like, there was a time in the world when like McKinley would fill that stadium out week in, week out. Right now, I'd say it probably fills up for like the Massillon-McKinley game, like bigger games. That's where a lot of high school state championships in Ohio are held there in Massillon Stadium. But yeah, it's just so different to me, the levels of high school football. Like, you come out here and you're like, man, like, I don't even know if we get 2,000 fans at a game. And I'm like, wait, you don't get 2,000? Like, our smaller schools where I grew up probably get like 5,000 to 10,000 fans.
See, that's crazy. But what we can match in San Diego high school, I mean, there's plenty of fantastic athletes here. But that's a separate conversation. But the layout of it, right? So there was an aerial shot, and you kind of pointed it out. It was cool. I had no idea. There's the stadium itself.
Yep.
And then attached is the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Where all the busts are.
And then attached on the other side is the high school.
Wow.
It's
I
like
can't imagine like going like,
Hall of Fame.
I just feel like kids that go to high school there, do they just take it for granted? Or they just like, yeah, it's the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. Dude,
I think that's natural though.
I haven't been to the Hall of Fame since I was like 9.
Really?
No. I mean, I've done festivities and like I've gone to the Hall of Fame game and like I've seen all of it. But like physically to go inside, I haven't been inside the Hall of Fame since I was like 9 years old.
We'll have to take a trip out there. I really want to. I want to go out there.
I'd take you to Catan.
I can. So as I mentioned, so the Steelers and Cowboys played last night. Very unceremonious. I think the pageantry around the Hall of Fame. So we had the centennial class of last year, 2020, and the 2021 class get inducted. That kind of dominated everything. But just like the scene of it, you were already tired of Joe Buck by the time he started talking.
Mid first quarter, I was like,
no, but there was a sense of, we're back. Like, it seemed normal. There was an interesting thing I read. Hard to believe. It's been 2 years since we last had a preseason game.
You said that to me last night, and I was like, I thought about it. I'm like, wow.
Like, mind blown.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't feel like 2 years.
So Dak Prescott, he didn't play. He had a shoulder injury. Ben Roethlisberger, we knew he wasn't going to play. Najee Harris, their first-round pick. They wanted to establish the running game early. I think he's all right. 7 carries, 22 yards. Yeah. It was the product on the field itself. I think everything around it, like Peyton Manning joined Aikman and Buck in the booth. There was just
there's a lot going on last night.
There was, and then another thing, we were talking about this. So I think it's just us getting older. Some of the biggest names: Peyton Manning, Megatron, Calvin Johnson, Charles Woodson, Troy Polamalu. Even though you hate the Steelers,
Fuck the Steelers.
Growing up, we left out a lot. There's Alan Faneca, it's Steve Hutchinson, like Tom Flores. Shout out to the entire both classes. It's crazy seeing the highlights because there was like montages of like other playing days. It's like, dude, we grew up. Elementary school, middle school, our era.
That's like what taught us to love football. Like watching some of these dudes. Like, even though I hate them, like Troy Polamalu demonizing the Browns the entire 2000s.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. Calvin Johnson just making ridiculous plays. I mean, Peyton Manning. Enough said there. Rodney Harris or. Who am I missing? Charles Woodson.
Woodson.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, these guys were dogs, and like we just grew up like legends.
Yeah, man.
Like, there's levels to being in the Hall of Fame. In my opinion. Like there's Hall of Famers who are the people that had incredible careers.
The Peyton Mannings, like, you don't even blink.
No, not even blink. And, like, that's, like, the different levels. Like, to me, like, Calvin Johnson, Peyton Manning, like, there was just, like, a couple different level people.
Joe Montana, John Elway.
That have been inducted, and especially this year with the combined class. Like you said, Peyton Manning, Calvin Johnson, Troy Polamalu, Charles Woodson, like, they were just different level of football players. And it's
coaches,
cool
contributors to Steve Sable, NFL Films.
Yep.
No, it was just, it feels so good. And again, we talked about it. Let's circle back. That, like, everybody talking about, wow, I really missed this. Like, I've been so entrenched in baseball, and the Olympics are still going on. But you know what?
Out here in California, third place NL West teams get a lot of attention.
Shut the fuck up. Shout out to the USA and their gold medals. No, man, like, we reached August now. And I wrote this in my notes.
August?
Is August the worst month of the year?
No. I saw someone tweet this the other day.
Because I feel like
people give up on summer as soon as August hits. Like, we're
why
adults
is
now.
that?
I don't know.
Is it because of school? Like, growing up, like 12 years, kindergarten through 12th grade,
yeah,
even if you go to college.
They train your head for the first 22 years of life. Like, okay, summer's over in August.
Yeah.
No, summer's not over in August. We have a month that now we have, like, NFL news. We have NBA headlines coming up.
There was huge signings.
We have MLB, like, things are starting to take shape in like the divisional races and stuff. Like, to me, August is such an underrated month because there's a lot going on, but yet you also don't have to pay like stupid attention to a lot at once. Like, once September hits, like, my brain is full force in stats, numbers,
it's
fantasy.
football, yeah.
It's football 24/7. August, you get like a tease of everything. You can still do whatever you want. Weather's still nice. It's prime. You can still take a vacation. August is underrated.
I think I'm gonna go opposite, dude. I think it's the worst. I think I'm just classically conditioned to think summer is over because now, whether, again, back to baseball, we're in the dog days of summer. Like, the baseball's still going on. It's not until like September where you're like, okay, we know what teams are gonna go to the playoffs, what teams are gonna go down the wire to get to a wild card, what teams are packed up for the offseason or ready for spring training. No, I don't know why.
Kind of guy.
But on the flip side, we had the Hall of Fame game. Football's officially back. Fall camps. All of college campuses are getting kids back. I mean,
August is sick. Very underrated.
Hard Knocks starts next week.
So you brought it up. Let's move on to this. We're talking training camp notes. Dallas is going to be on Hard Knocks this year. They were in the Hall of Fame game last night. That'll be cool to see on episode. That'll be episode 1 of Hard Knocks, right?
I'm sure the HBO is there.
Next week.
It's next Tuesday.
First episode.
August 10th.
So that'll be cool to see. Have we seen, remind me, I don't think we've seen a Hall of Fame game on Hard Knocks.
Normally, no. I don't
think we have.
We'll have to check the stat team. Off the top of my head, I don't think so. And because of the pandemic and COVID, I think it's going to reinforce.
Intern, check on that.
Take notes really fast. No, I think that's a good point. I didn't even think about that because normally it's the teams that are in training camp, and I love Hard Knocks.
Same. I think it'll be interesting to see the Hall of Fame aspect of it.
Yeah. And just being back, because of course the year the Chargers get on Hard Knocks, it's when no one wants to watch it. It was during the pandemic. It sucked.
No one wants to watch the Chargers anyway.
Shut the fuck up. But no, I think it's a big deal. You have Dak that was just re-signed. He is injured. Zeke, has he gained weight? Ezekiel Elliott?
Just keep feeding him.
I don't know. He just looks like his head looks bigger. I don't know how. Maybe it's the beard.
It's the hair.
Is it?
He's growing it out and up. Like, I think it's the hair.
I saw like highlights of him at Ohio State the other day, and I was like, God, he looks slimmer.
Well, like, everyone's smaller in college, Will.
I guess so. I don't know. Other training camp news.
Yep.
The New York Giants just went full UFC mode and wanted to brawl.
Haymakers everywhere.
Yes, Daniel Jones got in the mix.
Danny Dimes.
Do you love that about your quarterback? Ooh. Do you want Baker getting mixed in a scuffle?
Drew Schrack. We like that? I don't know. I don't know. What about Panthers head coach Matt Rule waiving their safety for headhunting?
Okay, so there was a headline where for the Panthers they were at training camp. Irrelevant. There's some idiot. Okay, I understand in training camp, this is a job. This isn't fun anymore. Like they are trying to like earn a wage for their family and themselves and eat. So what happened was there was a safety that targeted one of the younger, I think he's like a third-year receiver for the Panthers, and just went headhunting and took him out. And this guy is still in the hospital, I think, or maybe he got discharged, but he suffered a concussion. I believe there was reports that he might have had a neck injury. And I'm just like, how fucking stupid are you? I'm glad they waived him. Like, why are you doing that to your own team?
Literally, it makes all the sense in the world. I don't know what's going on. Our intern is moving the
Dude, fix the
camera
camera.
But no, you're right. Waive that. There's no room for it, especially in the NFL. I mean, like, these are grown men. These are car crashes every time something happens. I've got to fix this since the intern's not doing it.
Our camera's just wigging out right now.
So, I don't know. There's no room for it in the NFL. It's a car crash every time you hit somebody, just going for their head. Like, I understand if you don't like somebody, but come on. Like, be better.
The last thing on the training camp notes. So, I mentioned, I still think August, this is the worst month of the year. Even though I love my parents. My parents are both born in August.
My mom's born in August, too.
I don't like it. I don't know why I don't like it. It's weird. Anyways, this is a slow time of the year for all these like talking heads that just talk out of their ass. Some of these shows I see, whether it's on Fox, ESPN, half the shit they're spewing out, I know it's not them, and I know they don't believe what they're saying. It's just writers and like the producing team trying to get it out. But it is a slow month sports-wise. Your Cleveland Browns are getting a ton of hype.
Are we?
I'm seeing at least one segment of show. Is Baker worth an extension? How big of a year is it for him? Can he work with OBJ? What are you hearing on that side?
Dude, so it's a quiet camp in my opinion. Like, look at the names we have in camp. Like, I think relatively speaking, we're just working. We're all bite, no bark. We're going to work every day, lunch pails in hand, Northeast Ohio, everything's earned, nothing's given. I think Baker is just doing the work. I don't think he genuinely cares about the contract extension right now. We locked Nick Chubb up, which is awesome to see.
That was clutch. I think that was big.
Rumor out of Berea has it that Jadeveon Clowney's been unguardable.
Berea, Ohio, where the training camp site's at.
Yep,
okay.
That's just a rumor mill coming out. Apparently, he showed up in tremendous shape, and he doesn't want to get outclassed by Myles Garrett this year, so those two are kind of pushing each other. And
Garrett's way better. I don't think we had to lie about that.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, as a competitor, Jadeveon doesn't want to be outshined by Myles. So, and he needs paid. He's on a one-year deal, so he's got to show up for work every day.
Yeah.
And also, the secondary is coming together nicely.
Yeah, you acquiring John Johnson, that was big from the Rams.
And Troy Hill has looked really good. And our first-round pick, Greg Newsome, is fitting in nice. He's in a battle with Greedy Williams for the other corner starting spot. So.
Speaking of the Rams really fast, so is the Stafford McVay honeymoon? They're not on a honeymoon. They
love each other.
I think they do. And now, whether it's tampering or not, so for some of you who don't know, they took a vacation. They ran into each other.
Vacation.
In Mexico during the offseason, and they just happened to run into each other. I don't believe that whatsoever. Anyways, tampering or not, McVay was able to finesse. I feel like McVay is like kind of like the MLB trade deadline. You know, like all these GMs are trying to trade pieces and assets to get their team.
Scott Boras-ish.
I mean, he's an agent, but I would say if you look at the way the Rams are constructed, think of all the picks they've given up. Like, they never pick in the first round. No. They just acquire other talent from around the league. I don't know. I actually put, what was this, last month, maybe 2 months ago, plus 1,200, I put $10 on Matt Stafford to win MVP.
I don't hate that bet.
Now, Cam Akers is out for the year. That stud, he was a rookie last year. He was a running back, I believe, out of Florida State. He had an Achilles injury, so he's done. So all those checkdowns and stuff are going to be out the window, so that's next man up. I don't know.
Staff Daddy's going to sling that rock around.
I think he is. The AFC West is the best.
I think.
It's the best division, because then, on the other hand...
or the AFC North?
I think the AFC West is better. I think then you have...
Both divisions you have a chance,
think of the 49ers honks. So now it's either... they're just gobbling Trey Lance's
I don't disagree.
cock.
Those are, in my opinion, those are the top two. One in each division. Both have a small chance for all four teams to potentially.
You still have the Seahawks too. Russell Wilson, even though Ciara hates Seattle.
No, I definitely agree with you.
No, football's back.
It's back.
It's fucking amazing.
We're back. I'm back.
So what's the stat
You're
from
leaving.
Yesterday? Really fast. I don't want to start crying yet. We'll end this on football wise. God, there's been a lot. There's so much. We could go like 2 hours on this. From yesterday until next February, there will be football on almost every week.
What do you mean almost every week? Starting last night through the Super Bowl, we have games every week.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm hard.
I feel I've been fucking fully torqued. I cannot be more erect.
I've got to shift my body language away from you right now.
All right. Well, we have to address the inevitable. So we mentioned the last couple episodes, and I think some of you that have paid attention to this long, which quick shout out to all of you that have been with us since the jump, cannot express our love for you enough. Today is my last episode filming in Pacific Beach. I think that's no surprise. This is where our studio is at. That's where Dale lives and I used to live.
He's leaving the hostel.
I have been kicking it, basically living on Dale's couch.
Basically.
But amazing host. So go on Yelp. I'm going to leave a review. Fantastic host. No, but on a real note, I wanted to kind of reflect on where we've been in the last, 17 to 18 months when the birth of What's on the Menu Daily came to life. I mean, all of us really hated the pandemic, and there was long lingering effects that we're still feeling from it. But the universe really works itself in weird ways. And if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here right now.
No, it's weird how life happens, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know. It sucks that you're leaving me, but also pumped as fuck for you. I know this is a huge opportunity for you. I don't know. It sucks.
It's, it's...
To the guy who taught me what California stops are. Best
California burritos.
Yeah,
Mexican
best burrito
food.
shops. Best places to go smoke.
No-show socks.
Oh, no socks even.
Ew, that's a bold move. No,
TV
but
bars.
I mean, just kind of going back really fast. It was, me and Dale worked at this restaurant near Torrey Pines together, and you guys all know the story. I was, no surprise, really hungover and unprepared for a morning brunch shift, and Dale's going like 100 miles an hour and throwing me like 18 questions at once. Couldn't handle it. I was like, I need a water and an aspirin. Like, give me some time.
Will was unwell.
Very unwell. We see that football was on TV. Started talking about gambling. And then, unfortunately, the pandemic, tons of people lost their jobs and I mean, it sucked. And, we came together and we're just like, let's just do this project. And what started as, just a kind of a simple conversation, it turned into something pretty big, which I'm stoked about, and everyone has tagged along. And I mean, do you have any couple of favorite memories over the last almost 2 years?
I just remember like early days when we had literally nothing going on and we were learning all the software and like Adobe and stuff, and it was just like, fuck, like it would take us to like 2 or 3 p.m. to like edit a video. That would be us literally sitting down, working, and like we were doing
going on YouTube, seeing how you could how to work certain software. We would spend like 8 hours because we would start like, for some of you who don't know, I mean, we could get we'll show you how the sausage is made. We start recording at 7:30, 8 in the morning.
By 8 o'clock, we wanted to have cameras rolling.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be able to get episodes out till like 3 or 4 on days, and it wasn't just because like we were just fucking around posting.
No, it was literally
it was
trying
we would work till then, and now it's like, and that was pre-green screen.
Yeah.
That was when we were on Zoom. Like the steps were so basic.
Yeah.
Looking back,
very elementary.
Yeah, but like they took forever, and now it's like, okay, we get done recording. We have a DSLR camera now. Like we have studio lighting. We have a green screen.
Yeah.
We have water. Like everything. Like it's like I feel like almost every month, like we would take another step forward and like getting better on something, and like the edits. And now it's like, okay, I can edit and get the video ready to go to YouTube in half hour, 45 minutes. And then it takes you about an hour to do your part. And it's like, okay,
the promotion that we put on social media. I remember that. It would take hours out of the day. It was like a full day.
I was like, damn, we're still working on this.
Still working on it.
And it'd be like a 15-minute video.
Yeah, and then, that was the biggest thing. It was just getting better each day.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I went back to the archives and looking at like our first couple episodes, and even like when we transitioned from Zoom to getting behind the camera. I mean, it's hilarious. Like this sometimes the horrible lighting quality, the sound.
Yep. I remember how awkward I was at first because like you've been doing this for a while, like talking in front of cameras and to people
behind a mic,
and I'm just like, yo, I don't know if I want to do this. Like I didn't want to post anything. Like I would never do like I'd never want to do anything. And now I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, you just go for it.
Post.
No, that's a good one, man. I remember that. And then just we just put our heads down and just kept going and just built. I mean, you surround yourself with like this community.
Yeah.
I get an industry, I guess. Like you start seeing videos on YouTube and you start running into personalities on Twitter that are doing the same thing. I mean, just speaking of that, I mean, meeting the JP25 media guys, like that was doing some cool shit.
Very
like
cool.
Padres opening day, or some of my favorites, like some of our early gambling videos with like Charlie the Parlay Pub.
Football gambling. I mean, I'm excited to get back into football gambling. That's where we both thrive, for sure.
The numerous times you were so viciously hungover and you still muscled up. I mean, this guy would roll in at like 3 a.m, and I would come over like at 6:45, 7:15 in the morning. We do like our little show prep and whatever. What are you gonna do? And he's just like miserable, and you would always see it on camera. I mean, those were fun.
It's like, I'm up, man. I'm up.
March Madness. I thought that was good.
That was a fun day. A lot of you don't understand the amount of work.
I think that was our busiest.
That was our busiest day. That was like a 15-hour day. I remember we got out of here.
We were pumping out videos, yeah.
And we went straight to Short Club, and we were like, all right, let's go.
Let's go.
Like, we're done.
We got our work in.
Yep.
I remember that. Yeah, it was just cool because we figured out a system, and it was just us.
Yeah.
Like, that was just us. I mean, also a quick shout out to, like I said, JP25, Jordan Spurgeon. He helped us out with like some editing, cool stuff.
Doing I like doing the UFC interviews, like having
with Bo, Corey Peterson with
Corey
golf.
I mean, dude, they're great. And like Will said,
Kelly with Impose Magazine. Yeah, it was. God, it's 17 months ago.
It's crazy.
That's nuts.
It's crazy. I don't know, just to see where we were then and now.
It's like, you know, like when because we were watching Friends last night. We had a nice little night, like nice little chill night. And it's funny because when you watch like the first season of a series, like just everything again, the lighting, like for them, the makeup, the costume design, and then like you see it evolve. Like that's how I saw us. It was just hilarious. Like
it's funny to look at our first episode and then now.
Yeah.
I love it. But all the good times, they're definitely not over. This isn't goodbye. It's see you later.
It's like a recharge.
Yeah.
We're reloading.
We'll figure it out. Like we told you guys in the past, like we'll get schedules figured out. We have a couple weeks before football starts, so
yeah,
we're really going to aim to have a good.
There will be football content. We will have bets. Look, Thursday Night Football, we'll have bets for college football Saturdays. Yep. We'll have bets from the NFL and Monday Night Football too.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Big 10 week. It's gonna be a new segment. We actually ran into our buddy. His name's Joe. Proud alum of Penn State. So we know the rivalry between Penn State and Ohio State. That's going to be a fun week. So I'm looking forward to that. There's a lot of wagers. There's a lot of, I guess, what do you call it?
Pride.
Well, that's pride. But like when you lose a bet, I guess some consequences.
Oh, yeah.
To a losing bet. It's going to get rowdy. So I'm excited for that. No, football is a great time of the year. I mean, it's kind of weird how all this ties together. But seriously, thank you, all of you.
Yep. Thank you.
It's been good. This will be my last episode in person with Dale Siff here. But we're not going anywhere. That's the beauty of Zoom and technology. We will be together, even though I'll be in Phoenix melting, literally in 123-degree weather.
So now it's time for me to learn how to use the DSLR from here, and Will's going to be back on his webcam, and things will come together. We'll figure it out like we always do. But guys, don't forget to give us the follows at wotmdaily, Twitter, TikTok, Apple, Spotify, at Will Galvez, at @Aaron_, at JP25 Media. Can't say it enough. Appreciate all of you. Peace and love. Have a good weekend. We'll be back soon.
Hell yeah. Thank you, everybody. And welcome back. Football season, baby. Let's go.
Gang, gang.